Hello, everyone. My name is Jim Thompson, and I am one of your practitioners with Seed FM, which is the Spiritual Enlightenment and Truth Focus Ministry. And today I'm here to deliver our prayer for today. I'd like to start out with just a little reading. And St. Francis of Assisi prayer came to mind when I thought of the prayer for today, and I'd like to share it with you. He writes, "Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, let there be joy. O Divine Master, grant me that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in the giving that we receive, it is in the pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life." Amen. And so with that, I'd like us to go within. And so how wonderful it is to be in that space of the divine, anchoring our awareness in that perfect love, that perfect wholeness, that perfect peace. Knowing that there is one life, one infinite presence that I know as God, as Spirit. And it is this presence that simply permeates every part of my being, my every thought, my every word, and every activity that takes place. I anchor myself in this awareness of that divine love. And I speak my word of truth for each and every one of us here. That at the very center of our beings, there is that essence of the divine. That perfect blueprint of love, of joy, of peace, of compassion. And so even today, as the outside world struggles with who they are, I simply anchor in that divine love. I allow that essence to permeate every thought, word, and activity. And so I can declare right here and right now, and I know for each and every one of us in the area of relationships, that we are simply open and receptive to that divine essence, to that divine flow, knowing that every person with whom we come into contact with is that God expression, looking straight at us, into our hearts, into our minds. And it is that perfect love that radiates for everyone. And in the area of health, I simply know that the divine blueprint of perfection is the very center of my being, that my body radiates health and vibrant prosperity. And that I know for each person within the sound of my voice, that essence of the divine is at the center of your being as well, and that essence radiates fully, joyfully, and without inhibition. And in the area of finances, I simply know God is my source. And as my source, there is no lack where God is. That the table set before us is bountiful and full. And all that is asked of us is to partake. And it is this prosperity that as we give, we receive. As we receive, we give. Joy, peace, love, prosperity. The pure essence of divinity. And in the area of my spiritual health, I simply recognize and know that God is that I am. That I anchor myself in practice, recognizing that God source within, that essence of pure love and pure joy and pure peace as it radiates in and through and as everything that takes place in our lives right here and right now. And I now declare my word for my world, knowing that even in the face of appearances of things we wish to not see. At the very essence of that center of that space, God is seeking to be expressed, seeking to be heard, seeking itself in each and every one of us. That essence of the divine is simply radiating, infusing itself into every situation. And if there are any areas unlike which we wish to see, that we change focus and focus on that essence within, that kingdom of heaven within, that divine place of perfect wholeness, perfect peace, perfect love, perfect joy, perfect body, perfect relationships, uninhibited wealth, uninhibited prosperity, uninhibited peace. And so it is here with a heart filled full of gratitude and joy and thanksgiving. I do give thanks for all of this and so much more. And as I do, I release these words into the law of spirit, knowing that they return into me unvoid, that they are manifesting fully right here and right now, in this very space, in this very time. And in agreement, together we say, and so it is. Amen. Ashe, and thank you.